But the main thing is really how I've grown following is networking on a one-to-one.
In person.
People, in person.
In person networking.
Meeting people places, following them, and then that's kind of grown my following. Yeah.
You have 10K followers. What did you do to get that 10K followers? What has been some of the things
I'll say
you
it's a process. I've
Okay.
had Instagram over 10 years.
That's wild.
Okay.
And I've seen spikes in my following from when I first started doing photography, right? And then when I got to college, it was a mixture of just networking and meeting people. Like, one thing you'll see on my page, right? I have to keep unfollowing people because I follow almost to the limit every time. Like 7,500 is as many as you can follow. But I literally know so many of those people that I follow through face-to-face conversations, meeting people face-to-face. I remember when I was in school and college, like, my big thing was if you saw me around campus, you had to record me singing and post it. That's the only way I'm gonna sing to you or like sing in public or whatever. That was like a little, little thing. Hashtag Travie Trav sings if you wanna see any of that. but like, that was the first kind of wave. And then when I got to the NFL, I worked with the Seahawks first, and I didn't really have content to show from there. I didn't post much from that, so that didn't really do anything. But when I got to the Vikings, and I'm shooting games and all that, then the whole Vikings fan base is now seeing my content.
Yep.
And I was there for 4 seasons, so that, tallied up more people. Some people would tag me, like, at some point, like players or whoever I'm photographing would tag me, and so then I get people to follow that way. And then the other thing was just like creating my own content. Since I've been freelance, I've been working in a lot of different areas.
Yeah.
But the main thing is really how I've grown following is networking on a one-to-one.
In person.
People, in person.
In person networking.
Meeting people places, following them, and then that's kind of grown my following. Yeah.
And I see you post constantly throughout the day. How do you, set the time for your schedule? Like, 'cause I know you're a busy man, but how do you honestly set the time to post? That's a job within itself, posting every day.
To be honest, I don't think
And
I
multiple
do.
times throughout the day. You don't?
On like my posts, it depends. Like, I think I do sometimes when I have content to post, and I've tried to be more consistent. Like, if I shoot something, okay, if it's worth getting up quick and just editing, then I'll try to do that. But
No, not too quick. Gotta worry about the quality.
well, no, I'm saying, yeah, I think I think I've been more consistent, so I appreciate that. On my stories, I usually use that platform to just repost people's stuff that I see. Like, anything that makes me feel a certain way, like if this made me laugh, or if I thought this was cool, or if this is informative, I'm posting that on my story all the time. And then one of the new features on Instagram is the channel, the broadcast channel. I've done that where I have people join that, and anytime there's jobs that come up, like freelance jobs, or I'm in the community now with a lot of people that are photographers, videographers, they're in the entertainment space, and they need either assistance here, or they need a stand-in actor here, whatever it may be. So I use that channel to like just push people opportunities. So I think I'm consistent in those ways, and yeah, I don't know. Other than that, I just try to post when I can, just being more conscious of it. I still need to come up with a whole calendar plan to have that as well, but we working.
We tried that, they give you, Instagram has that set a schedule for the week you post these times. This is to help attract more followers. Maybe we didn't do it long enough. We did it for like 1 or 2 weeks. We tried that. I can't say it worked or not, but I know some people I've known. One of my homeboys, he's like a trainer. He follows the schedule and it's brought him followers, but what do you think?
Yeah, I think my whole ideology and philosophy around social media, trying to gain that social capital, is try everything. And if you see that get a little bit more traction than that, then do a little bit more of that. And then it will take another deviation. That will get a little bit more traction, then do a little bit more of that. So I'm more about consistency and doing a little bit of everything and seeing what fits, and then taking that path. Because I believe that social media is so changing, it's so new. You just talking about IG having a broadcast channel now, that you got to be able to try different things and learn from that experiential knowledge to be able to implement it. We've had meetings with marketing people I've talked to my speaking coach. We've talked to people who have big social media followings, and they say do this, they say do that. But I don't know if anybody has a one surefire way to get to wherever you're trying to achieve, whether that's views, whether that's social capital, whether that's actually selling a product via social media. I don't believe anybody has one surefire way of doing it. So I think the best thing you can do is be consistent and continue to try and have different iterations of your strategy to get the best strategy that's going to fit for you right now. And then the algorithm will change and you have to change the strategy again. But that's kind of been my ideology and thought process behind it.
Yeah. One last thing I'll say is the engagement on, they call it social media, right? And I personally believe we should be social. Like, network with people and talk to people and build conversations out and check in on people. Like, there's so much you can do to organically build a community. Another thing, anytime somebody posts on my page, like when I post something, if they comment on it or whatever, I'm trying to get back and respond to that and just keep those conversations going. But
For sure. So I appreciate you all for watching this episode of Secrets of Silent Success. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. I appreciate your time and I look forward to seeing you on the next one.